on, guys? This is episode 5 of now called MMA Thoughts on the Go. We used to be the Post Slims podcast, Post Slims show, but we're getting rid of that. If I'm squinting super hard, it's because it's dark as hell out. I have the iPhone switched around, so I have this flash in my face, but I'm gonna stay committed to these videos for you guys because apparently you're watching my stuff, which is kind of cool. Basically, this is gonna be my last Connor video, and it's not really a Connor video. We are gonna just rip right into Stephen A. Smith because everything he says about MMA is absolutely ridiculous. Sorry, guys. So this is basically gonna be about his post-fight, little talk with Joe Rogan. It was horrendous. It was a terrible idea. This man can do whatever he wants in sports, but stay away from my sports. Stay away from MMA. It's no good for anybody. All the casuals are going to take what you say, and they're going to think they know what they're talking about. And since you don't know what you're talking about, Stephen A. Smith, now we got a whole bunch of assholes who really don't know what they're talking about. And there's just a few points that he said things, and I just want to counter them, if you will. The first thing that I caught him saying was that Cowboy's coming off of 2 KO losses and his chin's gone. He said this right in the beginning. He didn't say his chin was gone. He just strongly inferred it. And you're wrong. The Gaethje fight was his last fight, and yes, he got knocked out. That happened. That happens to everybody. That's the sport. Before that, I don't know if it went down as a TKO or a doctor's stoppage, but he didn't get knocked out against Tony Ferguson. His eyes swelled up and he couldn't see, and the fight got stopped. Granted, he looked fucked up. Excuse my language, but he looked fucked up. But that's not a KO. So shut up. Second thing I wanted to go after, and this was just kind of funny. He said he was talking about Conor McGregor landing all the shots, and he said, I don't even think Cowboy threw a shot, and Joe Rogan said, yeah, I think he threw a body kick and it was blocked. And Stephen A. Smith decides to go, oh, so he was pretty much like shadow fighting. I have never in my life heard the term shadow fighting. It was cute. That's what it was. It was someone who's never seen anything like this in their lives trying to cover it because the contracts were signed and they're trying to get familiar faces in front of casuals. He fucking called it shadow fighting. That's hysterical. Shadow boxing would be the term. I think the term stays shadow boxing pretty much no matter what. Like, I'm pretty sure like you don't go into like a Muay Thai gym and they're like, all right, warm up with a few rounds of shadow Muay Thai. Like, it's not how it works. I'm sorry. I don't want to bully him. He's trying, but don't talk like you know it all if you don't know it all. Also, claims that we didn't learn a single thing, and he basically went on to be like this. Basically, like, we didn't learn anything about this, and I made a video that's kind of like that, but like, we did learn some things. Like, we learned Conor still has some power at 170. We learned that he looks like he's back on his game. He brought a few more tools. He's including tools that he seemed to forget about towards the end of his last run. Now, we learned stuff. Not stuff that, a casual like Stephen A. Smith is going to catch up on, but we learned. And the last thing, and this is the one that bothered me so much, it was towards the end, and he said, like, he was inferring that Cowboy could have just gotten space and regrouped. And that's a load of shit. Like, are we serious now? You can't just back up and get space. Like if a shark smells blood, he's gonna come after you. did you think Conor was going to take a few steps? Cowboy was going to take a few steps back. Conor was okay, I'll let you regroup. No, he's coming at you. If anything, you want to suffocate the space. But I mean, that wouldn't even been the answer because of the shoulder strikes that came out of absolutely nowhere. I don't think I've ever seen shoulder strikes like that in my life. At least not to that effectiveness. And the whole thing, it was just absolutely ridiculous. I would get a lot more fired up if I didn't have this flash in my eyes. So I'm going to sum up this video. But basically, just stop. I understand we have a thing with ESPN. It's phenomenal for the sport. The other guy to the left, I don't really know who he was. That's fine. Send him, then Joe Rogan in DC, and you'll have your familiar face to kind of, lead the conversation and direct it. But let's not send some guy out who's going to try to hog up the camera, be obnoxiously loud, all fired up for no reason, saying some stupid ass shit. It's just not good for anybody, because now we got a whole bunch of, people who don't really know what they're talking about, quoting Stephen A. Smith, and it's just not good. But that's going to sum up the video. Thanks, Chaz and Ben, for having me on the channel again. This was episode 5 of MMA Thoughts on the Go. Hopefully, we'll catch a podcast, reunite the three of us when Ben gets back. Up until then, thank you guys again. Subscribe to this channel. Give a thumbs up on the video so I know to keep them coming. Hit that alert button. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.